welcome back to Build. I'm your host, Brittany Jones-Cooper. In the second season of Raven's Home, Raven Baxter and her family learn that her son Booker has inherited her ability to see the future. But seeing what's to come isn't always a gift and often leads to some hilarious conflict. Today, I'll be joined by stars Raven-Symoné, Issac Ryan Brown, and Navia Robinson. But first, a clip from next week's musical episode of Raven's Home. Everyone put your hands together for Raven-Symoné, Issac Ryan Brown, and Navia Robinson. Hey guys, welcome to Build. How you doing today?
Thank you.
Great. Good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right.
I heard you were awake today.
I'm awake. The music before the show always gets me pumped up, and they're playing some hits.
Yeah, you are.
So thank you for acknowledging.
Are you awake or are you woke?
Ooh. There's a big difference between that.
I'm going to say both.
Okay, there it is.
I'm awake and I'm woke. Also, that's a new hashtag. Let's get some merch.
Wake or woke?
I think we can make that a thing. So guys, first of all, we're gonna get into the musical episode, but I wanna have you explain, Raven, just the premise of the show for maybe those who aren't familiar.
The premise of Raven's Home or the musical episode?
Of the Raven's Home.
Perfect. This is a show about a family that is possibly, you could say, unconventional, but for us, it is what a family is. It's a group of people who love each other. I play Raven Baxter, a character that has been resurrected from the Disney Channel history to come back, and I have a set of thank you. I have a set of twins played by Issac Ryan Brown and Navia Robinson. And I live with my best friend, Chelsea, played by Annalisa Vanderpool. You can remember her from That's a Raven as well, and she has a son. We have come together to create this nebulous of a family. And like you said in the intro, at the very beginning season of Raven's Home, the psychic ability was pretty much just on me and Booker, but we didn't know it. And so second season, we decided to take secrets out of the family. Kind of a subconscious thing in general. You don't need a secret if you are family. And it's better to deal with your issues head on. So first episode, second season, coming out of the bat, we did a wonderful two-parter? Yes. Two-parter where my son tells me that he has psychic abilities. And as the season continues, we have wonderful fun with exploring that, as well as what it feels like to be a daughter that doesn't have the psychic power, but still a part of the family, and then gets it and then loses it. And we get to see jealousy, we get to see friends and love, and ultimately family come together and be a unit.
Like an amazing description of the show. I mean, that was so...
She's got it down to
I mean, you got it down. Obviously, you know the show better than anybody. And I used to watch That's So Raven. What I love about the show is that it's so familiar, but also it's a new take on it, which is so much fun. And so every episode I've seen so far of Raven's Home has been sort of like the similar format I was used to. So this musical episode, I'm excited because it's going to be like a whole new world.
I'm sorry. You didn't... We had a musical episode on That's So Raven.
I missed that?
I think you missed it,
okay,
Hunty.
I'm sorry. My bad.
But let me tell you why.
I'm old, you know my brain, the memories.
I'm old, honey. I'm old too. I remember the leg. That's why I can't move this one correctly. But on the musical episode of That's a Raven, we had Paula Abdul, and we had so many people. Debbie Allen directed it. And what I love about Disney in general, and I'm sure you guys have watched, you have High School Musical, Cheetah Girls, Zombies. They are known for their musical elements within their content. And I really don't think they hire anybody on that channel unless you're able to get a little something out in the musical. So I remember in their auditions, they were like, let's hear you sing. Let's hear you dance. I'm like, here it goes. It's about to go down.
Let me just say, out of nowhere. Yeah. Like, it was all of a sudden. We were like, in the middle, we could be in the middle of a scene, and it was like, sing. And we were like, oh. But we were prepared.
Yeah, I had to do that too when I auditioned. They don't play around. They needed to know. And so when they said they needed an event for the second season,
they hired Jason.
When they needed an event for the second season of Raven's Home, I was so excited because I found out before they did, but I knew that they wanted to showcase other aspects of what they do.
Yeah, what was your guys' reaction to knowing that there was going to be a musical episode?
When they told me it was gonna be a special episode, I was like thinking maybe we are gonna all become pedicures or something. I don't know, but I don't know.
Interesting take on a
Like
special episode.
I know, but when I found out, I was super excited because I knew personally that That's a Raven had a musical episode, and so it was this rumor that was going around set.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really acknowledged until it was in front of us, and we were at the table. We were like, okay, we're actually doing this. So
It was a lot of talk. I think it was a lot of like build up and anticipation and not knowing what to expect. And we were just nervous, I think, for what our storyline would be, for what our characters would sing. Like, we just wanted it to be authentic. We wanted it to live up to what it was previously. And that's like the whole entire thing and pressure on us.
And when they threw it at us,
which makes us do our best.
we had just gotten mediocre at best when they threw that at us. So like expecting us to be up here, we were like, whoa, we
They
just
brought it. They brought. Can I just say, I'm sorry to interrupt. I see them every day, like Monday through Friday, and they look so adorable right now. I can't take it. I'm sorry. I was like, you guys dress up so cute. That's me. Sorry. You're very handsome and very pretty. You're welcome. I'll treat you like your ages.
Thank you.
My bad. But I'm like verklempt a little bit because I see them in like onesies. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, they are like little adults, but they look like little cuties. So take me through the prep for an episode like this, because I've just seen a couple clips, but there's dancing and there's singing and there's tons of choreography. So how many weeks did you guys prep for this? What was that like?
Weeks.
Months?
That's funny.
Yeah.
How many days did you guys have?
I mean, we had me and Isaac and all the people other than Raven, who was like a part of the initial creative process. I mean, we had like a week.
No,
Not even that.
Were you
Five.
guys- I had 1 day of rehearsal.
I had a day of rehearsal.
Yeah, I had a day of rehearsal for my choreo too.
Oh, okay, yeah. We
Yeah.
had 1 day of rehearsal.
I
for
think
each
she
song.
means the week that we got to record and then go into.
Oh, my
Yeah,
bad,
yeah,
girl.
yeah.
My bad.
That was the whole package, which was
Because-
singing and recording and remembering.
I think that was the whole week because we had that 1 day of rehearsal. We came, I did the first half of my choreography, and then after lunch, I came back and did the rest of it. And then maybe a day or two before run through, we rehearsed a little bit before filming it.
Yeah.
For the most part, it was like
maybe.
for the most part, we had maybe 2 days at best.
That's stretching it. The day of and the day before.
The day of and the day before.
But that's because we normally film an episode a week, and we film 3 weeks on, 1 week off. And this was a special event, so we needed 2 weeks. And 1 week was for prep, recording, like she was saying, and that extra week for Wildebeest, who's the choreographer, to get the background dancers together and for us to prepare, and then the week of 1 day rehearsals.
You guys learned Wildebeest, because I follow him on Instagram. You learned choreography from him in a day?
Yeah. Yeah. And then
He also kind of smoothed it over so we could learn it every day.
yeah.
But it was still choreo. It was still choreo. It was still choreo. But smooth it over.
So when we watched the show, which scene was like the toughest or took the most kind of choreography and focus from you guys?
I think Replay the Moment took the no.
I think our individual ones. Because there was so much
yeah.
focus on us that we were like,
Definitely Pie.
Yeah.
Definitely took the longest
Pie took the longest
Pie
because it was
took
the
the
most
longest.
extravagant.
because it was the most. And Raven, but she doesn't like talk about it a lot. But she did that with a messed up ankle.
My ankle was
Yeah.
She did it with a messed up ankle.
Till 12 o'clock at
And
night, we
She's
stayed.
a pro, though. You've been doing this you've been singing and dancing since we first saw you.
No, mine was difficult and longer because we had a separate set. We had more dancers on that one, and there was more elements to it.
I don't know if it was biased or not, but she got like this whole set built.
Yeah.
She had
We
like
got
20
lights. We got neon
dancers.
She is the
And
executive
there
producer.
was a pie truck for hers. We didn't get anything for ours. She had a truck. I'm just saying. Continue, though. Continue.
Look at her, she's like, that worked.
I still ate the pie, but
Yeah, you ate it.
I love in kind of preparing for this episode, you pulled together all of these Disney Channel stars to do the legendary music video too, to sort of build up to this. So what was your thinking behind that?
Well, Disney Channel is known for their girl power empowerment. Disney Channel is known for empowerment of self in general. And when they said that, the breakout song for what could represent this generation's confidence in their female viewership, and they brought up Legendary, I was like, that is going to be amazing. And the fact that the video was EP'd, directed, all of the people involved, it was a female all crew. And Disney made sure that it was super important to do that, just to show that this is 2018.
Taking it seriously.
It's 2018. It is time to get it in. And so Navia and many other girls from the network. Could you name them for? We have
Payne Elizabeth Lee, Sky Katz, who's our castmate up there, Ruby Rose Turner, Meg Donnelly, Kylie Russell. Anyone want to help me out?
And what I love about the video and the song itself is that it is an anthem for today's crowd. I'm going to be legendary. And what do we do? We're always looking up to someone. We're always looking up to that legend. You're always double clicking on, oh my goodness, I want to be like that person, or I like that outfit. But you need to embrace your legendary-ness in yourself right now. So in that video, you see her running for president. You see another person killing it in the science. You see these females coming together, no animosity towards each other. They're all friends. It's good. It's a positive representation of what girls' friendship and family can be right now.
You had Sky playing basketball. Yeah. I love that it showed all the different ways that you can be a girl, and there's no box you have to fit in.
Exactly.
And that messaging is something that is new. You know?
And they're doing it still cute.
Yes.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, not everybody has to wear heels. Not everybody has to, but it's cute, and when a club like there, but you have every representation in a girl in that video. Yeah.
I personally, Raven, we're the same age. I've followed you your entire career, and I love seeing the way that you have navigated all of this. I mean, you started out at such a young age, and you've just done this with so much grace, and I love to see you now back at the Disney Channel, bringing in the new generation in such a positive way. So I just wanted to give you props for that.
Thank you.
And for you guys working, give it up for that.
Cross generations.
We cross generations.
You cross generations.
So what is the advice you give them for just how to navigate everything? Because it could be a lot.
Everything is a lot.
Yeah. I didn't want to get too specific,
go to your
but
parents
just maybe
and ask
your
them.
little nugget.
How about set? Let's say.
No, I'm. A lot of people have asked me this question over this tour for the second season, and I'm going to give you an answer that I haven't given anybody else. I don't think. I tell them to say no, and it's going to be hard. You're brand new and not brand new. You're new to the Disney Channel side of the industry, and they're going to be. I just say this right. They're going to be asking you to do this, left and right. I've been in the industry since I was 3. I've been on many promotional tours for shows for myself and others. And what I learned after I got off of, I kind of retired from the industry when I finished Broadway for 6 months. And I didn't realize how important it was to say, no, I need a break. I need a 15-minute break for myself to do school. Not even that. I need a 15-minute break to shut down. And while I'm sure they're going to find it difficult now to say no because there's so many opportunities coming their way, there's something that I was taught when I was younger is a career goes like this. You have waves. So you're going to have up waves and you're going to have down waves. And if you can create your own ripples and say, you know what, I'm going to be on a down wave, that up wave is going to be even better for you when you get older. So I tell them at work and I tell them later, go to therapy and say no. That's what you got to do.
I love that. Also, everybody should do that, I think, a little bit. Like in my own life, I'm like, go to therapy and say no. That sounds good.
Go to therapy.
That sounds healthy.
No is powerful. It's much more powerful than yes.
And for you guys working with Raven, what is something you picked up from her? Maybe that she didn't tell you, but even just from working with her.
What is something? Go ahead. You go first.
Confidence, because I think, at my age or in general, it's hard to maintain self-confidence, and it's something that I've struggled with. I know probably a lot of people have, and I think you always have confidence within yourself and with what you're doing. You're very just determined, and when you say something, you mean it, and I think that's important to put weight into what you do and to what you say, and that's what you do, and I have learned from that, and I think I've tried to make that adjustment to myself because I know it's an important thing to have every day, so.
Yeah. So since Raven wanted to give a different answer, I'm going to give a different answer.
So afraid.
I'm going to give a different answer. To take time for me, myself, and I. That's something you got to do, and to not acknowledge that you're always good. Because, I know it's different, right? This is a different one. So sometimes if I'm a little tired from work, whatever, I get, a little grumpy, and my mom's like, Isaac, chill out, you're fine. But I'm like, am I really? Can I get 5-10 minutes to just go and lay down? So I have a bed in my room. I'm very proud of it. I make it up. I have my pillows. I got my covers. So
sometimes you won't see him for 2 hours. He's there.
we really won't. We'll be like, where is he? He's napping. He's getting his napping for the day.
Like 5 blankets.
And I mean, I'll still go on set. I'll still do my schoolwork, and I'll still be where I'm supposed to be. But from time to time, I'll go in my room and I'll take my little nap. And I feel like that's a habit I picked up from you, considering you like to nap.
Disappear.
I like to nap. We like
to disappear. But you know what you said, and you said that you're not always good, and I think that's something that I appreciate in all of you. They always try to be better. It could be because I'm really weird when I'm on set, and I'm like, just don't. I'm not gonna say it right now. But
I think I know what you're gonna say. I think I know what you're gonna say.
But there's moments when I'm just like, you know what? It's great, and people are gonna like, oh my God, you're amazing, you're amazing, you're amazing. But you have to really step back, look at yourself, assess, and see if you can be good for you and better, because it's going to be edited. This show is edited by 4 different groups of people. Like, what took you to get there? How much better can you be? Can you just take it up 2 seconds more? You know, and I appreciate that. They look, they practice, they put up with me. It's good.
Yeah, and I think all you're saying is like goes along with like he wanted to do that with like
my water this whole
I was gonna say you guys decided that yours was the best
drinking my water this
Guys, I watched the conversation over whose water was whose.
That's some good water though. Is that tap?
It is good, right? I didn't drink.
Is that
The back one's Brita. That's a good.
Oh, that New York water though, honey. My skin gets cleared up.
So this family vibe on set, I can already feel it. And I love watching the show because Annalise is on it as well, and having Chelsea and you together.
I can't be in a scene with her without laughing.
Right.
She's so funny. Like, and especially with comedic timing, be improv out of nowhere. She'll say the most hilarious things. Like, it's hard.
But I think Annalise's greatest form of comedy is sarcasm.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's her greatest form of sarcasm.
Y'all don't even see that.
No,
you don't even see what we see. She's scripted. Like the real Annalisa, we call her Liska, the real Liska. You can't handle that.
Liska is like I don't know what it was, but some things she says just fly right over my head. She'd be like, "Yeah, Isaac, you didn't catch that one, did you?" I was like, What are you talking about?"
How fun is that for you? I mean, could you have ever imagined when That's So Raven ended that you would get to come back and just play with your friends? And
so when That's So Raven ended, I thought it was going to be the equivalent of all the other shows that I've been on that had ended, where you talk to them a couple weeks after and then it kind of dies out. You'll talk to them every Christmas. How's your mama? How's your daddy? But Annalise and I had stayed in contact the whole entire time. I was there for her when she premiered as Belle on Broadway in Beauty and the Beast. She was there for me for Sister Act. I've been there for her family, and vice versa. She'll show up at my house at 2:00 in the morning. I'm getting in the pool. I'm like, okay, good night. Just here's the key. Like, she's always been there. And throughout that process, we have always said, like, do we need to do a YouTube show together? We were this close to starting a YouTube show together. And then Disney was like, we want to do a show. I was like, Lisa, we're going to be on a network. Hold up. It's a real check. Hold up. Wait. We're not gonna put nothing on YouTube. We're not gonna mess up the brand. Just stay right here, girl. Stay right here. She was like, okay, I'm waiting, Ray. I'm waiting. So we had always wanted to work together. I've been, I did State of Georgia with Mahandra Delfino and other people, and I've had great times. But Liska, I've known her since I was 15 years old, and I am 32, and we're not gonna tell you how old she is. And I love her. She's my sister forever.
And I think that helps. That makes the show work even more. Like, you can feel that love, and then you can feel the love that you have for your TV children.
I let him look at it.
A little bit. What you don't know is when we hug in scenes, we whisper to each other how we don't want to touch me.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Well, that's family, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
That's every day.
let's go to the audience really quick for some questions. Who do we have first?
Hi. So That's So Raven was always one of my favorite shows growing up, and I love watching the reboot. And I wanted to know if we could ever expect characters like your parents or Corey or even Stanley to make an appearance.
Stanley, right? I would love Stanley. Okay, so the cool thing about season 2 is that you do get to see Victor Baxter.
We got Rondell!
He comes and he makes a splash. I will say that. And who knows? There could be so many resurrections from That's So Raven to come through. Another one is we had a 3-parter episode of
Sleep more.
And that is someone that comes back from That's So Raven as well. We did get picked up for a 3rd season, so there's more time and space for more showcasing.
Congratulations. I was going to ask that. That's
Thank
awesome.
you. Yeah, we're excited.
Debbie was on the show. That's her.
Debbie Allen was not on That's a Raven. She directed that.
She directed. Okay.
More checks. It's good.
I'm really excited to watch the musical episode, so I wanted to know what was the most challenging part about filming it.
The most challenging part of the musical episode was not to run away from school.
That's always challenging.
That's always a challenge for me. We're not gonna get into that right now, but it is so easy, guys. You don't know to leave out of the schoolroom and just disappear. Yeah. That's for me. You just talk.
We know.
Somebody else like a personal issue because nobody else has that problem.
Somebody else do something for real. That was my biggest.
I think it was living up to the potential of the script because it was so good. It was really good. The writing, like everything, it was good, and it was hard to make that happen. And just
I would never thought of that answer.
The hardest thing for me was to keep my mouth shut. Right? Because there was a moment, he had a moment in his show, in his song. I was like, he has to do it again. No, he has to do it again. No, he has to do it again. He's like, Raven, he keeps trying to do it. Isn't that, remember the end pose?
Yes.
I was like, please do it again. Just do it one more time. No, just do it one more time. Okay, just do it one more time. Do it one more time. And then Navia, I was like, Navia, just put the hand right here. Just put the hand right here. Navia, just put your hand right here. It was so bad. I really needed to keep my mouth shut. But there was things that I saw that I'm like, they're so good. And you just want to be like, just that one little moment. Get it right there. Got it. We got it. And I think the way they edited and put it together. So I want to apologize for badgering you guys that day.
But that's forgiving you.
I'm sorry.
I feel like that's how she became executive producer, so she could do that without anybody saying nothing. I want to rather Raven. Hold on. What you say? What you say? What you say now?
And last question.
Hey, my name is Zuri.
Hello.
What up, G?
What are you guys' goals in your careers?
What?
Your
Goals in your careers. I can't wait to hear this.
Goals in my career.
Take it away.
Well, eventually, I definitely want to open up my own production company with my entire family. We're all going to college eventually to do something about entertainment that can help each other. So I definitely want to get into that. But I want to become a singer. I want to do that. I'm trying to go on tour and everything, and I got my song coming out in a couple weeks with a video. Ooh. And yeah, I'm excited about me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Was that?
Again, you're just full of hashtags today. Hashtag I'm excited about me.
Okay.
Well, you got to be excited about you so other people are excited
Are you
about
awake
you, right?
or are you woke or I'm excited about me? Which one? You guys decide. Comment down below.
Yeah. For me, I'd love to get into film. I started off as like a dramatic actress, so that's where my roots are. And now I feel like being into comedy, it's so important because they go hand in hand. And I feel like I've learned so much about acting as a whole that I feel like I'm ready to do something like that, but also singing. I love singing. It's been something I've done since I was 4 and started acting, so definitely want to get into that. And Legendary and the musical was definitely something that helped me rediscover how much I had a passion for it, and so just doing what I love. We'll see where it takes me.
And how about
Simply
you?
put.
Okay.
I know you're right.
I'm gonna change my answer today. No, I'm not changing it fully. So what I want to do in my career, I want to eventually transition to just behind the screen. I've been on camera for a really long time, and there's so many talents out there that I need to make way for, but I still want to be involved. So I love EPing, I love producing, I love creating. I'm also in school to be a fine artist. So I got my AA, my associate's degree, and I'm working on my bachelor's right now. I'm 60% done, Mom, I promise. Just pay the tuition. Okay, and then that part. Oh, let me tell you something. It's hard everywhere. Jay got a bill the other day. Good God, checks. Okay, listen. But I'm really working towards getting my bachelor's and creating content for other people.
Yeah. You like producing? You really love producing?
I really love to meddle. I really love to see it and then tweak it, make it here, make it there. Tooting my own horn, I watch so much content. I watch content from drama to comedy to not that much reality, but reality to YouTube to everything. And I do I watch random things. I watch random things. And so it's weird, right? It's weird.
Look, you always have something new every day, though. That's what we like about
I
it.
do like something new. And so I feel like the way that I was raised in the industry, what I've seen, I want to be a part of creating the content that molds the minds of the future, and that's what television is. That's what entertainment does. It showcases what's happening in society now. It transforms society for later, and it's just amazing. I mean, look at the technology that came from Star Trek, and it's here. So I just want to say, hey, guess what? I filmed that before. I did that. I was a part of a change of society, so that's what I want to do.
And now's the time. I mean, there's so much amazing content and places to create content, but also your voice, I can already see it in Raven's home. It's been so fun for me to go back and just watch it and kind of like relive. And also, like you said, the update is amazing. So I'm really excited to see the musical episode. If you guys want to check it out, it premieres Friday, October 12th at 8/7 Central on the Disney Channel.
And if you want to download the songs, they're available for download now.
You heard it. Guys, give it up for Raven, Isaac, and Navia.